Pokemon card collecting should be fun and rewarding, not a financial nightmare. But here's the harsh reality. Most collectors are unknowingly leaking money through simple shopping mistakes that could easily be avoided. And when I first got back into collecting, I made every single one of these costly errors. And trust me, my wallet felt it. From paying double MSRP to missing out on incredible deals hiding right under my nose, I learned these lessons the expensive way. In this video, I'm breaking down the 10 worst Pokemon shopping mistakes costing you a fortune so that you can keep more money in your pocket and build a better collection. Mistake number 1, not knowing where to actually look for Pokemon cards. Now here's your first expensive mistake, limiting yourself to the obvious places. Most collectors think Target and Walmart are their only options, then they wonder why they can't find anything good. Meanwhile, other collectors are quietly cleaning up at locations you've never even considered looking. The truth is that Pokemon cards are sold at way more places than you think. And beyond the usual places like Target, Walmart, and GameStop, you should also be checking Best Buy, Dollar Tree, Walgreens, Aldi's, Sam's Club, Costco, and BJ's. I found some of the best deals at the most unexpected places, like finding old Sword and Shield packs from Walgreens or finding booster boxes from Dollar Tree. Each retailer has different restocking schedules and pricing strategies. While Target might be cleaned out, your local Walgreens could be sitting on a gold mine of old era Pokemon cards. The collectors who consistently find cards aren't luckier than you, they're just checking more places. But knowing where to look is only half the battle. The real secret is knowing where these stores actually keep their cards, which brings us to our next costly mistake. Mistake number 2, not checking behind the customer service counter. This mistake alone has probably cost collectors hundreds of dollars in missed opportunities. You walk into a store, see an empty card shelf, and leave disappointed. Meanwhile, there's a treasure trove of Pokemon products locked away behind the customer service counter, just waiting for someone smart enough to ask. Now, here's what most people don't realize. Stores have moved Pokemon cards behind counters to prevent theft. It's not because they're sold out, it's because they're trying to protect their inventory. I'd estimate that 90% of the time I find cards nowadays, it's behind the customer service or checkout counter. The magic words are simple. Do you have any Pokemon cards behind the counter? That's it. There's no complicated explanation needed. I've walked into stores with completely barren card aisles and walked out with elite trainer boxes, booster packs, and special collections that other collectors assumed were sold out. This one simple question has saved me hundreds of dollars and helped me find products at MSRP when everyone else is paying scalper prices at their local card store. Don't let embarrassment cost you money. Just ask. The worst that they could say is no. Now, speaking of finding cards at MSRP, let's talk about the game changer tool that I highly recommend. Mistake number 3, not using Discord alert services for MSRP finds. While you're manually refreshing websites hoping to catch a restock, smart collectors are getting instant notifications the moment products drop. This is where services like our sponsor, PokeNotify, become absolute game changers for your wallet. PokeNotify monitors hundreds of sites worldwide, so you'll know the moment when products drop. No more refreshing pages all day or missing out on limited releases. I've personally been using PokeNotify for the past 8 months and have gotten EDBs, special premium collections, booster bundles, all from the comfort of my own home at MSRP prices. And here's the math that'll blow your mind. That elite trainer box that you're about to pay $85 at your local card store, PokeNotify users are still getting at MSRP for $60 or lower. Over the course of the past 8 months, this service has literally found me so much product at MSRP that I would have never been able to find at stores. You can try PokeNotify for free for 3 days, and if you decide to stick with it, use the code PALETPICKS25 to get 25% off your first month. The link is down below in the description. And a big thank you to PokeNotify for sponsoring today's video. Now, the difference between collectors who consistently find products at retail and those who don't isn't luck, it's having the right tools and information. But even with great tools, there's still one community mistake that's costing people to not find products. Mistake number 4, not joining local Facebook groups and Discord communities. This might be the most expensive anti-social mistake that you can make as a collector. While you're paying higher prices online or at your local card store, there's an entire community of local collectors trading, selling, and sharing restock information right under your nose. Local Facebook groups and Discord servers are gold mines of information. Members share restock alerts, trade duplicates at fair prices, and often sell collections at below market rates. The network aspect is invaluable too, and I've made friends who text me when they spot good deals, and I do the same for them. It's like having a team of scouts working together to help everyone save money. For example, just this morning I saw that there was a box of Mega Sleep boosters behind the checkout counter at Target, and so I let my local Discord server know. I believe in good karma, and plus I was only limited to 2 packs anyways. However, even within these communities, there's a pricing trap that catches many collectors off guard. Mistake number 5, paying market prices at local card shops. Local card shops serve an important role in the community, but let's be honest about their pricing. You're almost always paying a premium. That Elite Trainer box that costs $60 at Target will likely run you over $100 at your local card shop. Now, I'm not saying don't support local card shops. They provide valuable services like hosting events and offering singles, but if you're trying to maximize your collecting budget, you need to understand that convenience comes at a cost. The mistake is assuming that because a local card shop has something in stock, it's fairly priced. Now, shop owners have higher overhead than big retailers, so they mark up accordingly. And the smart play is to reserve local card shop purchases for specific situations, like when you need something immediately, when you're buying some singles that they've priced competitively, or when you want to support the community local card shop. For sealed products, patience and persistence in finding MSRP pricing will save you significant money over time. And trust me when I say that you can find product out there at retail prices, you just have to be consistent in looking. But even when you do find good prices at local shops, there's a hidden cost that catches many collectors off guard. Mistake number 6, not factoring sales tax at local card shop. This one hit me like a truck when I first experienced it. You negotiate a fair price on a card, feel good about the deal, then get slapped with an 8 to 10% sales tax at checkout. That $100 card suddenly becomes $108 and your good deal just evaporated. I learned this lesson the hard way when I was buying what I thought was fairly priced on a card, only to realize that after tax, I could have bought the same card in near mint condition from other collectors or at a card show for less money. Now here's the thing about sales tax. It's not the shop's fault, but it is your responsibility to factor it into your purchasing decisions. When comparing prices, always add your local tax rate to the shop's prices to get your true cost. This is why many collectors prefer private sales, trades, or card shows. You're dealing with the actual price without the additional tax. Now, speaking of card shows, let's talk about a venue that many collectors have to go to. Mistake number 7, not shopping at card shows for deals. Card shows are like a Black Friday for Pokemon collectors, but most people have never even attended one. This is a massive mistake that's costing you both money and opportunities. At card shows, you can negotiate deals, you can get bulk discounts, and here's the big one, you don't pay sales tax. That 8 to 10% tax adds up quickly, especially on higher value items. But the real advantage is the ability to inspect cards in person and negotiate. The card listed online for $40, at a card show, you might talk the vendor down to $40, especially if you're buying multiple items from them. Try doing that on eBay. Card shows also give you access to inventory that never makes it online. Vendors often bring their best stuff to shows first, giving attendees first pick, before anything gets listed on websites. The networking opportunities are incredible too. You'll meet other collectors, learn about upcoming releases, and sometimes discover vendors who become your go-to source for specific cards or products. However, even at card shows, there's a purchasing mistake that can still eat into your savings. Mistake number 8, paying for shipping when buying cards online. This one seems obvious, but you'd be amazed how many collectors casually add $5 to $15 in shipping costs to their purchases without thinking twice. Over time, these small fees add up to hundreds of dollars that could have been spent on actual cards. On platforms like TCG Player, many sellers offer free shipping on orders over a certain amount, usually around like 35 to 50. Instead of making multiple small orders, plan your purchases to hit these thresholds. You'll get more cards for the same amount of money. On Whatnot, shipping costs can vary wildly between sellers. Factor these costs into your bidding strategy because a $20 card with an $8 shipping is really a $28 card. For eBay, use the Buy It Now filter and sort by price plus shipping to see the true cost of items. Sometimes a card with a higher listing price but free shipping is actually cheaper than a one with a lower price plus shipping. The smart collectors batch their orders, use free shipping thresholds, and always calculate the total cost including shipping before making purchasing decisions. But here's an even smarter approach that eliminates shopping costs entirely. Mistake number 9, not trading for cards you want. Now here's an important concept. What if you didn't have to shop for cards? Trading is the most underutilized strategy in Pokemon card collecting, and it's costing people serious money. The T in TCG stands for trading, but most collectors treat it like the B in BCG, meaning buying card game. When you trade, you're getting cards you want without spending additional money, and you're moving cards that you don't need. I attend trade nights and post for trades on third-party marketplaces like Facebook and OfferUp. The results have been incredible, and I've traded duplicate cards for Grail cards. Trading also helps you avoid the fees associated with buying and selling. No eBay fees, no shipping costs, no sales tax, just pure card-for-card value exchange. But whether you're buying, selling, or trading, there's a critical organizational mistake that can derail your entire collecting strategy. Mistake number 10, not tracking your expenses and inventory. This is the mistake that separates casual collectors from smart collectors. If you're not tracking what you buy, what you spend, and what you own, you're flying blind in an expensive hobby. Collectors who don't log their purchases end up with duplicates, forgotten purchases, and also have no idea how much they're actually spending. I've seen people buy the same card twice because they forgot they already owned it, or spend $200 on a card they could have gotten for $100 if they'd done their research. Using a simple spreadsheet or the Collector app helps you track your total spend, profit margins if you're selling, and card values over time. This turns collecting from an emotional spending spree into a smart strategic investment. Tracking also helps you identify patterns in your spending. Maybe you're consistently overpaying for certain types of cards, or maybe you're buying too many products from one set, while neglecting others you actually prefer. The data doesn't lie, and it'll help you make better decisions going forward. But even with perfect tracking, there's one psychological trap that catches even experienced collectors. Bonus mistake, FOMO buying during hype drops. Here's a bonus mistake that's probably the most expensive of all. Panic buying newly released sets at inflated prices because you're afraid of missing out. When a new set drops, prices are at their absolute highest. Scalpers are charging premium prices, and even legitimate retailers might mark up popular items. The FOMO kicks in, and suddenly you're paying over $100 for an elite trainer box that will be around $60 to $70 if you find it at MSRP. The smart money waits. Waiting just a few weeks after release often means products restock and prices settle closer to MSRP. Pokemon is printing more product than ever before, and patience almost always pays off. I used to be the guy that was refreshing websites, trying to secure pre-orders at inflated prices. Now I wait, and I consistently get the same products for around closer to MSRP if I can find it. Just be patient. The cards aren't going anywhere, but your money will if you let FOMO drive your purchasing decisions. Now, these 11 mistakes have cost collectors thousands of dollars collectively or an opportunity cost, but they're all completely avoidable with the right knowledge and strategy. The difference between collectors who build amazing collections on reasonable budgets and those who overspend isn't luck, it's making smart, informed decisions. And remember, Pokemon collecting should enhance your life, not drain your bank account. By avoiding these costly mistakes, you'll have more money to spend on the cards you actually want. And you'll also build a better collection in the process. If this video helped you identify mistakes you've been making, and subscribe for more money-saving tips. And if you want to see how I buy rare Pokemon cards worth hundreds of dollars at significant discounts, check out my video on that topic right here. And once again, thanks to PokeNotify for sponsoring today's video. If you'd like to check them out, be sure to check out the link down below in the description as well.